Inside Canada, PR through babies in 2025. Immigrant needs to know. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Travel Tree. Today, we're diving into one of the most talked about and controversial immigration topics in Canada right now, what people are calling the PR through babies scandal. It's a story that blew up online, stirred strong opinions, and raised a big question: can having a baby in Canada really help non-residents get permanent residency? And if so, should the government change its rules? This topic might sound confusing, but don't worry, I'm here to break it down in plain language. We'll talk about what birthright citizenship means in Canada, how immigration rules really work for parents, and why experts warn against falling for social media shortcuts. Stick with me till the end because we'll also explore what this means for the future of Canadian immigration. Recently, an influencer from India posted a video saying if someone's immigration options are limited, one way to stay in Canada could be to have a baby here. Since babies born in Canada automatically become Canadian citizens, the influencer suggested that parents could later apply for permanent residency by using humanitarian and compassionate grounds, a special exception in immigration law. This video went viral quickly and sparked outrage. Many Canadians felt this was an unfair trick to get around the immigration system. Politicians started debating whether birthright citizenship should be changed or even ended. But before jumping to conclusions, let's look at the facts. What is birthright citizenship in Canada? Canada follows what's called jus soli, or birthright citizenship. This means any child born on Canadian soil automatically becomes a Canadian citizen, with only a few exceptions, like children of foreign diplomats. So, if a baby is born here, they get citizenship right away, no questions asked. But, and this is important, the parents do not get citizenship, permanent residency, or any special immigration status just because their child is Canadian. The law is clear, the baby's citizenship does not change the parent's legal standing. So, having a Canadian baby doesn't mean the parents can stay in the country legally or avoid deportation. They still have to apply for immigration through the usual channels, like work permits, family sponsorship, or humanitarian and compassionate applications. What are humanitarian and compassionate, HNC, applications? HNC applications are for special cases where removing someone from Canada would cause unusual hardship. Immigration officers look at things like how well the person has settled in Canada, ties to the community, the best interests of any children involved, and the situation in the person's home country. But approval is not automatic. These cases are decided carefully, based on strong evidence. Success rates are generally low, only about 30 to 40% get approved. And even having a Canadian child doesn't guarantee approval. The applicant must still prove genuine hardship and good character. Experts warn that trying to use this route just because you have a Canadian baby can be very risky. It can cost thousands in legal fees, take years, and may end in refusal, and even deportation. Why is this shortcut dangerous? There are four main reasons why relying on having a Canadian baby to get permanent residency is not a good idea. Discretionary decisions. HNC approvals depend on the immigration officer's judgment and the evidence you provide. It's not a guaranteed path. Strict eligibility. Applicants with criminal records or previous removal orders are usually not approved. Cost and stress. The legal and application fees are high, and the process can take years, causing emotional and financial strain. Risk of misrepresentation. If an applicant provides false or inconsistent information, they could face a ban from applying to Canada for 5 years. Because of this, immigration lawyers across Canada warn people not to trust viral videos promising easy ways to stay here. What about birth tourism? Birth tourism means traveling to another country just to give birth and gain citizenship for the baby. While it is legal to give birth in Canada as a visitor, birth tourism has caused controversy. Hospitals in some provinces see occasional increases in non-resident births, but these births make up less than 1% of all deliveries nationwide. So, birth tourism is very small compared to the total number of births. Still, this small number gets a lot of attention because it touches on emotions around fairness, public services, and immigration control. Political reactions and public debate. Following the viral scandal, some politicians called for ending automatic birthright citizenship for children of temporary residents. The idea was to require at least one parent to be a Canadian citizen or permanent resident for the baby to get citizenship automatically. But many others strongly oppose this change. They argue it could create stateless children, kids without any citizenship, especially since some countries don't automatically give nationality to babies born abroad. Changing the law might also violate the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Legal experts point out that birth tourism numbers are too small to justify big changes. Instead, they recommend focusing on better visa screening and hospital billing policies. What actually happens to parents of Canadian-born babies? Parents who are not Canadian citizens or permanent residents must still follow normal immigration laws. If they want to stay, they need valid visas or apply through accepted immigration programs. If their application is refused or they don't have legal status, they may have to leave Canada, even if their child is Canadian. Canadian law does not prevent deporting parents of Canadian babies. The child's citizenship is separate from the parent's immigration status. Sometimes, parents may take their Canadian child with them abroad or arrange for the child's care in Canada if the parents leave. The role of immigration agencies. Several government agencies are involved when a non-resident has a baby in Canada. The Provincial Vital Statistics Office registers the birth and issues the child's citizenship documents. Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada, IRCC, handles the parents' immigration applications. Canada Border Services Agency may act if there are removal orders. Each agency follows the law closely, and having a Canadian baby doesn't give parents special privileges. Public opinion and the bigger picture. The scandal revealed mixed feelings in Canada. Some people were upset at the influencer for sharing misleading advice that could harm families. Others felt this issue shows the strain on public services and the need for better immigration policies. Sociologists say this debate reflects deeper fears and hopes, empathy for families wanting a better life, combined with concerns about the system being taken advantage of. How the government is responding. IRCC has taken steps to fight misinformation by publishing clear, multilingual information online. They remind everyone that no viral video or social media tip can replace the official immigration process. They are also improving visa screening and requiring hospitals to collect upfront payments from uninsured non-residents, so costs don't fall unfairly on Canadian taxpayers. At this time, there is no serious move to change birthright citizenship laws. What this means for immigrants and Canadians. For people thinking about moving to Canada, don't believe shortcuts or quick fixes on social media. Every immigration pathway has rules and requirements. Trying to find a loophole can cost a lot of time, money, and emotional pain. For Canadians, this controversy is a reminder that our immigration system must balance openness with fairness and responsibility. Birthright citizenship remains an important part of Canada's identity as an inclusive country. Final thoughts. The PR through babies scandal shows how quickly misinformation spreads online and how complicated immigration laws really are. Birthright citizenship is a proud Canadian value, but it should never be confused with a way to bypass legal immigration processes. If you want to understand Canada's immigration system better, always turn to official sources or trusted legal experts. That's the best way to protect yourself and your family. Thanks for watching Travel Tree today. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss the latest Canadian immigration news. See you next time.